Hi, thanks for watching. Tarot for the sign of Capricorn. In this video, we'll do a 3-card reading for Capricorn. Find out what's going on this week. Find out maybe what's going on even next week and into the future. So shuffling and asking for the first of a 3-card spread for the sign of Capricorn. And we have got the Six of Swords. Now, we're going on a journey here, obviously. It's often a theme with the beginning of a tarot reading, because if people are kind of inquiring about the tarot or just taking an interest in it, the chances are you are actually on a spiritual journey of some kind. Well, you know, we all are all the time, but there's a particular leg of the spiritual journey, either just beginning or underway. We can see they're actually underway here. Now, the swords there, it's air sign energy at Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, so you can perhaps look for assistance and sympathy, I would think, even coming from those directions. 6, though, a very magical number, a number of things happening, and this lady who's wrapped up in, or at least I think it's a lady who's wrapped up in her shawl, she doesn't really know what's going to happen, but the character behind her knows the way and is actually going to not just lead the way, but lead from behind, if you like, and make sure she gets there safely. Now, this could be someone coming in to help, it really could, and in relationships, particularly if things feel not just kind of lonely, but, you know, another person coming into the picture would really help to make a change, then we can say that perhaps that's going to happen. It's fluid energy, it's different strokes for different folks, but we have definitely got a strong male energy leading the way here, and this lady is basically going with the flow. That's the most kind of obvious modern day thing I could say about this card. She's going with the flow. Nobody knows what is on that shore on the other side, but she's going with the flow. When I read from Tarot in Wonderland, the boat is actually being driven by the sheep shopkeeper, who is also the Queen of Pentacles in that card. So I make a bit of an association there. Not quite sure why, because, you know, I'm drawing comparing like with like or something like that. Something that doesn't entirely work anyway. So let's pull out messages from your animal spirit guides and have a shuffle and say, tell us more about the Six of Swords in this reading for the sign of Capricorn. I'm doing it late June, very late June indeed, 2019. But the time to watch these is when you're drawn to them. That's the best time, friends. Okay, so what have we got telling us more about the Six of Swords for Capricorn? Rattlesnake, that's who we've got. We're going to have to turn him round and have a quick read, but there's a nice purple healing flash there for one thing. Right, Rattlesnake, the experiences that you're presently going through are an initiation into fulfilling your purpose as a healer. Right, that's why things can be tricky. It really is, because that journey of learning about healing, like anything mystical actually, you know, a lot of it is mystery and it can be a surprise how it goes. So this journey is something to do with that, is it not, Capricorn? It's got to be. Now, maybe it could still be a relationship thing, you know, maybe healing is coming in that way. Healing plays into all areas of life, so just because we've arrived at the thought of it being a healing card takes nothing away from anything else. So the experiences that you're presently going through are an initiation into fulfilling your purpose as a healer. Well, rattlesnake, you'd need a healer if a rattlesnake got hold of you, would you not? It's easy for me to be cheerful about rattlesnakes because I live in the UK and there aren't any around, but a bit of a scary prospect. But there we go, you know, the thing is, when a rattlesnake comes up, that suggests that you have some of that power, Capricorn. It's you in the driving seat as far as I'm concerned here. So, again, I come to this lady and the child who is with her. This is because the child represents her kind of her plans, the way her mind is going, what is being generated, birthing her ideas. That's it. I'm searching for words and that's it. She's birthing her ideas. Okay, and it can be a painful process, right? But I hope it isn't a painful process for you. It doesn't absolutely have to be. And the fact is, it's preparation. It's taking you forward, and you will know so much more about healing. A little anecdote about the healing journey, okay? Many years ago, I took Reiki 1, and there was pressure even in those days to kind of just do a 2-day course and do Reiki 1, 2 and 3 and then maybe go back a 3rd day and become, you know, attuned to, you could get attuned to attune Reiki masters all within 3 days. I didn't like that way of doing it, okay, because the way Reiki began was with Dr. Mikao Usui, and you had to work in his clinic for 6 months free of charge just to get Reiki 1 because you needed to build up the experience. So I didn't rush it, and I didn't move straight on to Reiki 2. I lived with Reiki 1 for a bit. And when I eventually did Reiki 2, I was astonished at the different way the healing happened. I went to work one day, and I was working in a crystal shop at the time. And I went outside to smoke a cigarette. I looked this way up the street, and I saw this woman coming towards me, and I know she had a lot of problems going on, and she was always very interested in healing. She was into Reiki, and I thought, she appreciates some healing today. And then I turned around and looked the other way, and I saw another woman coming towards me who had very similar string of problems, actually. And they both came into the crystal shop, and I made them a cup of tea, and they sorted it all out themselves. They talked, they healed. It was wonderful to see. But there we go. That was something to do with me being a healer, no doubt. But it wasn't. It didn't seem to be me who had to do the healing. But somehow it happened around me because I put myself out there. I put myself in that position. So the healing journey is one of many twists and turns. It's really not an easy thing, and it can be full of surprises. But it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful energy, Capricorn. And whatever area of your life is healing, it looks very intense healing, actually. But the healing is there, and the healing is most definitely happening because 6 of Swords, we are already on this journey. Okay, so shuffling some more and saying, let's have the next card, please, in this 3-card tarot reading for the sign of Capricorn. And we've got the King of Wands. Right, so this is impetus to get things moving, get things happening. And, you already are. But that journey is kind of, I don't know, you're on that journey, but someone around you, some of the people around you, maybe more than one person, has actually got much more solid concrete plans and wants to get things done. I could tell an anecdote about this as well. I will very briefly. I worked for a spiritualist church, and things were going swimmingly. It was moving along. We were getting more people coming every week, all looking good. And then this man came who was kind of... he was one of those people, a lot of men are like it, a lot of women are like it as well. And his attitude was, well, he had particular things that he wanted to do in spiritualism, and the rest of us had no right to get in his way. This character reminds me a bit about that, and he actually needs a fair bit of healing. He really does. And he's one of the characters that's harder to heal. But I do feel we're in the realm of relationships here. That just keeps on coming to me. So we've got a male energy here. Being the King of Wands, he is fire sign energy. So he's Aries, he's Leo, he's Sagittarius. He can make things happen, and things are already happening. Okay, no problem with letting him into heart and mind, actually, if this is a relationship or, whatever kind of situation it is. This is someone who can and will help a great deal, but it's enigmatic. So we've got a little lizard down here. We don't really know what the lizard's about. We really don't. So there are aspects to this character that we don't understand, but they're small aspects and they're things we can get through because it is a kingly energy. So, shuffling again and saying, tell me some more, please, about the King of Wands in this reading for the sign of Capricorn. Tell me some more, please, about Capricorn and the King of Wands. And what we've got is Peacock. Stand out, be noticed. Let yourself stand out and be noticed. Right. Asking for signs then. This came up in another reading and I feel it's the same message again. Asking for a sign, right? Sometimes on the spiritual journey, and particularly when we're wondering about something as important as a lover coming in, we need to ask for a sign to get some kind of reassurance that we're heading in the right direction, or that, maybe some advice of some kind of input from the spirit realms, from the cosmic influences, as it were. That's what we want. And we tend to ask for a sign. And it's very easy to not be quite sure if we've seen that sign or not. So ask for a sign you're absolutely sure is going to be a sign, friends. So I'll tell this story again briefly. When I was first training to be a spiritualist medium, long time ago, the teachers were telling me, yes, you're meant to be a spiritualist medium and do this, we can see it. And I wasn't sure, I thought maybe I should be going in the healing direction or doing perhaps more of this, which is essentially a kind of mediumship, but done through cards. And I asked the angels, I said, please, can you give me a sign that I can't mistake, an unmistakable sign? As a lot of us ask for a feather as a sign, but there are many birds here. This place could be a bird sanctuary. I'm so lucky to live here. Anyway, there aren't any peacocks within miles and miles of this place. and I came back and I found a feather right outside my front door, and it was a peacock feather. Big, shiny, beautiful peacock feather, and that was my sign. Okay, so when the signs come, they're really striking. And it also says, let yourself stand out and be noticed. So, don't hide your light under a bushel, Capricorn. Okay, I feel this character's already noticed you, but he may not have noticed all the different qualities you have, all the positive possibilities that you actually bring to the table. He seems the kind of strict character that thinks it's his way or it's my way or the highway, that kind of attitude. It's his way or the Ms way, because he'd be miserable if you don't go his way, maybe. He sounds pretty miserable himself in some ways. Maybe you need to cheer him up, bring some colour into his life. That's what you'll do, Cappy. Okay, let's have the final card in this 3-card reading for the sign of Capricorn, please. And we've got Knight of Wands. So we're on to Wands energy yet again. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm not seeing any pentacles here, which would be your one, Cappy. So it looks to me as if you've been sidelined a fair bit here, and you need to come out and get active and get noticed and be part of the picture, as the peacock was just saying. The Knight of Wands is great for getting that done. He's not the most enigmatic of knights, but look at the action on the horse here. He's really thrusting forward, and because it's a wand card, it's not just about kind of what we want, but it's about making what we want happen, about bringing success out of the world we live in and what's already around us. Yeah, we can see that even though this wand isn't planted in the ground, it's still got leaves growing off it. And that actually really happens, by the way. Trees keep growing after you cut them down. I think the Knight of Wands has been through that a fair bit as well. So he's bringing a great deal of help, and with all this beautiful red plumage here, beautiful plumage, we can see that, you know, it's forward thrusting energy, it's red, it's going places. I'm drinking from a red cup today because that's how I want it to be. And also because it was the first cup I picked up this morning. Maybe I should read something into that. But I spend the whole time reading into things. So let's just read into yet another animal spirit guides card to say, tell us more about the Knight of Wands in this reading for the sign of Capricorn, please. And it's chameleon. Stay in the background and adapt to the situation rather than being conspicuous and attempting to direct the course of events. There you go. Okay, Capricorn, just stand back a little bit. Let other people get on with it. I see lots of other people doing things and sorting things out between themselves in this spread. You know, these two could actually be two kind of rival lovers up to a point. Yeah, I really think that could be it. And the best thing then is to let them fight it out. Hopefully not fight, but sort it out by themselves sometimes. Because if you bang their heads together, you'll become the one that banged their heads together. And, you know, they'll see you differently. But you can fit in this situation, yeah? That's the bottom line. You can fit. You do fit already. But having that chameleon energy means you can really kind of get further into the situation, get more done. But if you're conspicuous, if you're trying to control the flow of things instead of just going with the flow, I'm not saying it won't end well, but it won't end as good as it could. Okay, Cappy, well, thank you very much for watching. Thumbs up, please, if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and tap that bell so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment. We'll share the gem. I wonder if comments have been disabled again. I haven't seen any for a couple of weeks now, so I'm going to look into that. But, you know, do leave me a comment because it's great to know what people think and how people are doing. Meanwhile, I'll be back with more readings very soon. Have a great week, Cappy. Peace.